Let's get going here. So we want to kick off this BayLearn 2020. It's a pretty interesting and different event for all of us. We've got some great talks lined up and some pretty, I think, some cool outcomes of running the symposium this way. So first of all, let's just dive in. I want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. So these companies have been super helpful in providing funding and support and time and resources to make this possible. And it's just been a pretty different experience for all of us on the organizing committee and the program committee. So maybe we can start with just introducing everybody who's been working so hard to pull off this virtual BayLearn 2020. And so this is the organizing group. Will have everybody in the organizing committee kind of jump in with a little bit of introduction and background. So Jean-François, do you want to kick it off?
Sure. Hi, I'm Jean-François Paiement. So I'm a research scientist at AT&T. I work on machine learning problem on all the data sets that we have at AT&T, including all the mobility data. One can imagine that we collect a massive amount of data from the cell towers and so on. We also just, AT&T just acquired Warner Media, so there's a lot of interesting data coming out from HBO in particular and all the other properties of Warner, theaters, and also all the data that we collect from DirecTV. So as one could imagine, there's lots of very interesting machine learning problems. If you are interested to know more about it, you are definitely welcome to contact me later.
I'm Jerremy, Holland, Director of AI Research at Apple, heading up a number of different research topics at Apple. I'm also on the board of directors at Partnership on AI. At Apple, I'm focused on driving research in interactive AI. So that's people interacting with intelligence in our products. And then a huge push on inclusion R&D. And that's really focused on justice and fairness and truth in our products. And so some of the work there is looking at things like robustness, algorithmic fairness, bias understanding, and mitigation in products that are driven by machine learning algorithms. So super thrilled to be here. We have some talks related to these fairness topics. Alice, who you hear from later, that's her area of focus. And then we've got a poster session that is dedicated to fairness and robustness. So people are interested in these topics, please contact me after the event and then we can get some conversation going.
Hi everyone, I'm Sudarshan Lamkhede. I'm an applied research scientist at Netflix Research. I primarily work on machine learning for end user search and recommendation problems. We are quite glad that we are entertaining the world during these tough times and we are growing steadily. Netflix Research is hiring ML scientists and engineers across various problem domains. We are well known for recommendations, but we also work quite a bit in computer vision, NLP, personalization, etc. So if you are interested, please ping me. Next one is Alice.
Hi everyone, my name is Alice Shang and I'm the head of Fairness, Transparency and Accountability Research over at the Partnership on AI. And so I lead a team of researchers that are looking at algorithmic fairness, explainable machine learning, diversity and inclusion in the field of AI, and also criminal justice risk assessment tools. And by way of some background about the Partnership on AI, we're a nonprofit, multi-stakeholder organization that conducts research at the intersection of AI and society with the goal of working towards more responsible standards and best practices around responsible AI. So we have over 100 partners right now spanning industry, civil society, and academia. So if any of you are interested in learning more about our work, or about our fellowship programs, please feel free to reach out. Thanks.
We also have Sammy here, who is on our program committee, and he's also chairing one of the poster sessions. So Sammy's been super active in the program efforts this year, which has been really helpful. So thank you, Sammy. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Yeah, okay. So I'm Sammy Benji. I am a research scientist in Google Research, and I lead a team called Google Brain. We're about 350 people in the Brain team in Google Research. We do lots of machine learning research across a variety of topics. We're also in, I don't know, like 10 plus countries and locations in the world, and we try to do very good fundamental research that we publish in the best venues, but we also have impact on many of the projects at Google, and everybody's welcome to join us.
All right. Okay, well, we hope that you all will enjoy what we've got in store for you today. So let me just go through a little bit about it. So we've got some amazing keynote speakers. So we've got Timnit Gebru, Sandrine Dudoit, Chelsea Finn, and Susan Athey, and they've got some amazing talks. This is the first year we've done these recordings of the talks, and so on the organizing team, we've had a chance to preview them and make sure they're in great quality and all that, and they're just going to be amazing. So you've got some good stuff in store today for sure. So let's go through a little bit of history, and it's really interesting to see where this year fits in with some of the rest. So I think what the first BayLearn was, what, 2012, is that right? That's before my involvement, but we've been keeping some stats since about 2016. And so 2016, this is kind of 31 abstracts submitted, 300 attendees. 2017, we bumped up the attendees to 425, and we got almost double the number of abstracts submitted, and 33 posters were hosted. And 2018, huge number of people registered interest. This is the first year we had to run a lottery, and we had about 800 folks attending. 2019 is a little bit smaller, about 650. And again, huge interest in attending. And you can see the submissions have been ever increasing. And then this year with COVID-19 and everything that's going on, there's a little bit less in terms of submissions and engagement there. But one thing we did by going virtual is we let everybody who registered attend. And so that's, I think, been fantastic. Another thing that we did that was different, in the past with posters, we would pick a few that would get an oral time slot. And then this time, what we've ended up doing is having everybody be able to present a 5-minute overview of their poster, and then they'll be able to answer questions in the poster sessions. So we think that's going to be fantastic. And then we also think that being able to post all of these videos on our YouTube channel after the event is going to make so much more of the research accessible to a much broader audience over time. So anyway, we're excited to see how this works out today, and we'd love to get feedback from all of you as attendees. A little bit of a overview of what kind of folks are attending. It's about 16% from academia, about 82% from industry, a little bit less than 1% on nonprofit, 1% government, right? So we've got mostly academia and industry represented. And if you think of the affiliations, these are the kinds of organizations that people are coming from. Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, NVIDIA, Uber. It's like the who's who of companies in the tech industry, especially in the Bay Area. Netflix, Google Brain, Walmart Labs, and then universities from all over the place. So we've got folks from a lot of the UCs represented, and then some folks that are even further away. So University of Warsaw had several people sign up and attend. So it's branched out with this virtual conference beyond the Bay Area. In terms of titles, lots of researchers, data scientists, ML engineers. I mean, predominantly that's the audience here. This is who all of you are. And so I think you're going to love the level of detail that we go into in many of these presentations. They really do get down to some pretty great technical depth and innovation. So the treat is in store for everyone here on this list. And then a big shout out to all the reviewers. So we had 51, I think, reviewers for all the submissions at BayLearn this year. And I know these folks spent a lot of their personal time looking through the submissions, reviewing them and voting on them. And so big shout out to everyone who participated in that. We do have a mailing list on the BayLearn website, and please sign up there. And if you're interested in being a reviewer, please contact us and let us know, because I think we're always looking for a good pool of qualified reviewers. So with that, let's jump into the schedule that we've got lined up. So we have 4 keynote talks. Like I said, I mean, these are going to be really, really engaging, fascinating talks. And there are a couple of breaks throughout the day. So we've got one talk, we'll go into a break, a couple of talks, lunch break, one more talk and then a break, and then the poster sessions are going to be running back to back.